Hi, this is Brandon Smiley from thirstgym.com. Today we're going to talk about an exercise called the Suitcase Carry. This is a great abdominal core trunk exercise that you can put in your training program. It's also great for shoulder health. It just has a lot of bang for your buck in terms of what you can get out of it. We really like different carry options here at Thirst, and we use them in a lot of different training programs with different athletes and clientele. This is one option that you have, and I do think that it's one of the better ones that you can put in most training programs for your athlete. So we generally have our athletes use a kettlebell to do their suitcase carry. If you don't have kettlebells, you could use a dumbbell. You could also use different farmer walk implements if you have access to them. We try to keep our athletes away from the farmer walk implements until they've gotten up to the 40 or 50 pound kettlebells, and then we might start to let them play around with using an actual farmer handle to be able to challenge the stability of the trunk and the shoulder a little bit more if we so desire. Because as you know, with a farmer handle, we got a longer lever arm that we're going to have to try to control. Or with the kettlebell, for example, it's much more small and compact, and it's not going to move or challenge our grip and our shoulder as much. So just keep that in mind on what kind of implement you're going to use. I like the kettlebell for that reason, is that I think the dumbbell is a little more balanced, where the kettlebell is going to have a little bit more instability to it versus a dumbbell. So keep that in mind when you're writing your training programs and prescribing for your athletes. We've talked about the suitcase hold before, so our mechanics are essentially the same. We're going to start with the kettlebell down by our side, arms good and long, chest is tall, ribs are down, and we're going to vice grip squeeze this, okay? And we usually have our athletes keep their hands here or here when they're doing their hold. With the carry, we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're just basically going to walk in motion. So if I start here, I'm just going to walk, try to really control that kettlebell for each repetition that I do, depending upon what you're walking and what you're programming. But as you can tell, when I'm walking, I'm trying to make sure that my walking is good and controlled, and I'm owning the movement. I'm not just doing this. Okay, we gotta be deliberate with the exercise. We gotta coach it good, squeeze it hard. I tell them I don't want to see this kettlebell moving around. I want to see that thing hold still and watch just your body move, because then you'll feel the opposite side oblique and abdominal. You'll feel the opposite side adductor. You'll actually feel a little bit in your lats on the loaded side. You'll feel the QL actually stabilizing the pelvis every single time that you're moving. That is all really good and dandy. That's kind of what we want from this exercise, is to be able to teach how all of this to stay rigid and under control while we're moving, while we're also getting some shoulder stability out of it from trying to prevent it from moving around. So how you'll program this is definitely going to be based on what you have access to and the amount of space that you have. You know, you can just do holds, or you can do small marches back and forth. All great options. We program this for 25 yards or 12 yards. Generally, it's going to be 25 yards for our athletes and our clients, because that's what we got access to. So we'll go down with one side, back with the other, and then we'll superset it with something else to give them a little bit of a break from their grip and their abs. And then we'll kind of keep going back and forth. Just know that this is definitely one of those quality exercises. I will let athletes move faster if they can own the motion. If they're kind of all over the place and I feel like they're not learning how to brace and stabilize and keep all this locked in, we're going to slow it down and get it right. Once they get that, then I'll kind of let them, if they want to race each other a little bit, we might add an extra set or two where we're going to say, hey, you know, we want to make sure the kettlebell's not moving all over the place, but if you can speed walk relatively well and keep it locked in, to me, I like that competitive environment as well. So just kind of take the good with the bad and you know, kind of meet them halfway a little bit, get what you want out of it, and then give them an option if that's something that you're working with different kind of groups and things. So if you got any questions, leave them in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.